If your house caught fire tonight, you wouldn't grab the television. You'd grab the small box with the gold in it, the ring, the chain your mother gave you. Nearly every human on the planet would do the same, and almost none of us can explain why. 3,000 years ago, a blacksmith standing in his smoke-filled forge couldn't explain it either. Around him sat metals that could do anything: iron to win wars, bronze to plow fields, copper to carry water, and in the corner, worth more than all of them together, sat the one metal he never used for anything. A golden sword bends and loses its edge almost immediately. A gold axe dulls. A gold plow wears away. For thousands of years, gold failed almost every practical test of a metal, yet somehow became the most valuable one on Earth. So we placed it on the king's head. And from up there, this strange, soft, defeated metal quietly conquered the world. Soldiers bled for it. Sailors chased it off the edge of their maps. Whole empires rose on it and crumbled without it. The metal that can do nothing became the thing people would do anything for. Why do we all obey it, without ever being told to? The answer starts with the single talent gold actually has. A talent almost nothing else on this planet shares. It refuses to die. Iron rusts, silver turns black. That's the environment attacking them. Oxygen, moisture, and chemicals in the air slowly eating away at almost every metal. Gold is one of the only metals on Earth that oxygen cannot touch. Its atoms simply refuse to react. Not with air, not with water, not with the centuries. Drop a gold coin into the ocean, come back 1,000 years later, and it looks almost the same as the day it sank. Gold is almost never destroyed, only melted, reshaped, and passed along from one owner to the next, century after century. A metal that outlives every owner it's ever had. And it's rare, far rarer than most people imagine. All the gold ever dug up in human history would fit into a single cube about 22 meters wide. One cube, no taller than a 7-story building. That's everything we've ever found. Rare, beautiful, almost impossible to destroy. And around 3,000 years ago, that exact combination started turning gold into something far more powerful than treasure. Travel back 3,000 years. You want to sell your harvest, your cattle, everything you own. Now you're standing in a crowded market, and a trader gives you options to trade. You cannot take wheat because it will rot. Cattle is also not an option because it might die. And you cannot take iron because it will rust away within your lifetime. Then a trader places something small and heavy in your hand. A metal that never rots, never rusts, can't be faked, is rare enough to stay precious, and will outlive you and your generations. Gold wasn't chosen because it was useful. It was chosen because it could be trusted. The one thing that would hold its shape and its value longer than any human lifetime. So, a few traders accepted it. Then the word spread to the villages, and they started accepting it too. As time passed by, it started being used in the entire kingdoms. Civilizations that never met each other, never exchanged a single word, separated by deserts, oceans, and centuries, still arrived at the same conclusion on their own. In Egypt, gold became the flesh of the gods, buried inside tombs built to defy time itself. In the Inca Empire, it was seen as the literal sweat of the sun, reserved for temples and rulers rather than everyday trade. And in ancient China, it became a symbol of imperial authority and perfection, refined, controlled, and tied to the power of the throne. Gold was not just another material, it was something else entirely. A material that kept appearing in completely different worlds and always being given the same meaning. No king ordered it, no empire coordinated it. And yet, across thousands of years, something strange happened. Millions of strangers across continents that never touched simply arrived at the same conclusion. And that agreement quietly became one of the most powerful forces in human history. It's also gold's greatest weakness. Because one truth hides inside every gold vault on Earth. Gold is valuable because we believe it is. That's the whole trick. If the world stopped believing tomorrow, the metal wouldn't change, not one atom. Only the spell would break, and trillions in gold holdings would return to being shiny metal that no longer carries the same universal value it once did. But in 5,000 years, that spell has never broken. Empires collapsed around it. Money systems built on top of it fell one by one. And the belief walked out of every disaster untouched, just like that coin at the bottom of the ocean. The believers keep changing. The belief never does. And today, gold is still not as strong as iron, not as hard as bronze, not as conductive as copper, yet it's more powerful than all of these metals combined. The metal never changed. Neither did we. The power was never inside the metal at all. It lives in a promise passed hand to hand for 5,000 years, from ancient kings to modern governments. A useless, beautiful metal, holding up trillions of dollars on belief alone. That's not just the strangest metal on the planet Earth. That might be the strangest thing humans have ever done. Because when you hold gold, you're not really holding a metal. You're holding a 5,000-year-old promise made by millions of people who never met you, and kept, so far, by every generation since. And if your house ever catches fire, you already know what you'll grab.